Hey there, and welcome to the MicroJib XL product tour. So in the next few minutes, we're going to take you through the product, the MicroJib XL, from head to handle, and show you what it's all about. So let's jump right into it. So what is the MicroJib XL? Now what you have here is a rotating GoPro pole. And how you use it is you turn the handle to rotate the head. And normally there'd be a camera on there, of course. But it's a rotating GoPro pole. You can rotate your camera a full 360 degrees. Now you can do this in a panning motion, and you'd have your camera just mounted as is here, or we can actually set it up for a tilting motion. So you can move your camera up and down, and again, that's a full 360 degrees. The MicroJib XL extends to 5 feet long and is 22 inches collapsed. So it's small enough to travel with, but also long enough that you can get some really interesting angles. Okay, so just a brief breakdown of the anatomy of the product. So you have the handle. This is where you turn this and you can rotate the camera. And then the shafts, there's 3 of them, which gets us to our 5 feet in extension length. You have your 3 twist locks right here. Again, this is what you use to extend your MicroJib XL. You have the head, which contains all the magic, and it's what makes this product super smooth to get you gimbal-like stabilization when you're turning your camera. You also can lock off your camera using the head here. So there's a little locking screw at the front. You just tighten that off, and then your camera will stay in place if you want a more simple shot, you know. And then, of course, this is the L bracket. This allows you to mount your camera in either panning mode, like it is now, or tilting mode, where you're going to actually mount it to this side, allowing you to get cool tilting shots and a whole new perspective. And I'll show you how to mount that in just a second. But that's just kind of a brief overview of the product and all its individual features. All right, guys, so this thing's a beast. It's made out of aircraft-grade aluminum, and then all of the smaller parts are made out of precision-machined stainless steel. Because of the quality of the metals that we use, you can actually bring it into water. Now, I will say if you do bring in water a lot, ocean water specifically, it's going to lose some of its smoothness. But for those of you who would find a benefit to bring this in the water, feel free to do so. For those of you who are videographers, I would categorize this as kind of like a prosumer filming tool. Just like your gimbal or your tripod. You're not going to be using it all the time, but when you have a specific shot in mind, it's really good. If you want really high to low moving shots, it's great for that. Also, if you're like on a boat or in a confined space, having it in pan mode lets you manipulate the camera into interesting positions that you couldn't normally get with your hand or a normal pole mount. So as you may already know from the website or maybe an ad that you saw, it does extend to 5 feet. And I mean, that might seem like overkill, but honestly, it's so nice having that much range at your disposal. You know, for a normal sized person, when you take the 5 feet of extension length, plus your height, plus your arm's length, you can really get your camera up high and get like a bird's eye view and a lot of interesting shots that way. It's also great for panning, sticking it out of the side of cars or a boat or whatever to get, you know, a unique giant view of where you are. So super cool for all that stuff. Of course, when you have it, let's say outside the side, you're on a boat, outside the side, of course you can turn it and get your surroundings and yourself. The MicroJib XL is always great for that kind of shot where you switch from your surroundings and yourself. It's one of my favorite parts and features of this product. So you've seen what the product's all about, and now you're probably asking yourself, well, when would I really use this product? And the answer that I have is a lot of the time. I mean, just like a tripod or a gimbal, of course you're not going to use this for every single shot that you're getting, but it is very good to get those unique ones, and that really helps spice up your video. Okay, so just as an example, I've got the MicroJib set up in tilt mode right now, which is my personal favorite way to use the MicroJib XL. So obviously, because you can tilt the camera and change its angle, you have the ability to go low, right? Point it up. Maybe you're filming skateboarding. Maybe you're hanging over the edge of a waterfall, who knows, but you have a camera low and the angle is in one position, and you can switch, right? You move the whole camera up while changing the angle. See that? So it functions essentially like a camera crane like you see in Hollywood movies when set up in tilt mode. And it's seems like a simple thing, but it really gives you a unique perspective. And of course, right now I have it shortened so that I can get it all in frame, but picture this going all the way out 5 feet and you're actually rotating your camera. Pretty cool, right? So one of the unique camera movements that you have while filming in tilt mode, like we're currently in, is the ability to switch from filming your surroundings and then point it back and film yourself, right? So maybe you're out skiing, who knows what, but you want to film the landscape and everything else, and then you want to get yourself in the shot. So to do that, we call it a tilt switch. And normally you hold the shaft and turn the handle, right? So in this case, to get it pointed at yourself while in tilt mode, you're actually going to hold the handle still and turn the shaft. And I know it's hard to see that here, but we're actually pointed at myself now, and then flipping it, and now you're pointed at your surroundings. So that's just one of the cool things you can do when filming in tilt mode, and you're going to use that a lot. Okay, so we just hopped over to pan mode, right? We can turn our camera still 360 degrees. And from here, obviously you can film your surroundings and film yourself. One of my favorite things is the bullet time effect that you can do by kind of doing a whip pan while moving the MicroJib and your camera. Using that super slow motion of your GoPro and kind of whipping around your subject and then slowing it down. It just gets a really cool effect that you can't get with any other camera accessory. All right, guys, so hopefully you learned a little bit more about the MicroJib XL and what it's all about. You know, its basic features, extending to 5 feet, how you can rotate 360 degrees, how you can use it to tilt or pan, or lock and become a normal GoPro pull. If you had no other takeaways, I hope you at least know that this is a completely unique product and you're not going to find it anywhere else. So with that being said, thank you for watching this MicroJib XL product overview, and happy filming.